people who deal with Chinese manufacturing companies are incredible. If you've had any kind of business selling any kind of products, you probably have had to deal with some kind of Chinese manufacturing at some point. And if you haven't, when you get to that point, it feels like a big step. And let me tell you why it is, and it should be celebrated. Because people who deal with Chinese manufacturing companies on a regular basis, I think, are incredible. It's really hard. It's incredibly hard and complicated. And I never had the pleasure until I started working with this client. I really didn't have any kind of, expectations, positive or negative, because I'd never done it. It's so complicated. Like, you think manufacturing anything would be complicated, which is probably right. Don't discount the fact that there's a giant culture clash with China and here. North America in general, just like the way we are and we behave and negotiate is completely different. There is a language barrier and there are significant time zone differences. So if you're gonna have a Zoom call with them, it involves one of you being awake in the middle of the night and trying to have a really productive and important discussion at 11:30 p.m. at night. For me, is not something that happens. I do it, but I'm not highly functional at that time of the day anymore. So find yourself someone who is very versed in Mandarin and can help you navigate that ecosystem. Realistically, anytime you want anything, you have to wait 24 hours because when you decide something, it's the day here and it's nighttime there. So they only know on the next day. And so everything is incredibly slow, mainly because there's a 1-day delay before anything. And then also, we have learned that the company we are working with, who we thought was the manufacturing company, is actually using a bunch of other manufacturers. So whenever we ask something, they have to ask someone else too. And so now, 4 months after ordering our first samples, we've gotten 3 batches of separate samples that are still not up to what we're expecting to get. And we've had to push our launch by multiple months, multiple times. Expect things to be really long and expect the unexpected. Plan as much buffer as you can, and it probably won't be enough. Find yourself someone who can really help you navigate these things, who know how these things work, who's done it before, to show you the ropes, because you don't know what you don't know. I am learning a ton. This is really cool, but also incredibly frustrating if you don't understand the culture clash, which is still something I'm struggling with, because you're gonna say, hey, we want 2,000 of these. And they're like, no, 20. And you're like, yeah, but that's not even close to what I want. Like, how do you expect me to want to keep talking to you? It feels completely unreasonable, but it's actually how they work. And somehow they manage to get somewhere. But it's an adaptation. It's something that you're not familiar with that you need to learn. And it's something that I'm learning. If you have done this and you want to share with me how you've gotten this done, I would be more than willing to take some advice.